So they got this door unlocked for this indoor, I don't know, shed with running water, even the hot water. This is very rare for parks. There seemed to have been a meeting. There were kids running around earlier, I noticed. It's pretty neat. They got it set up, but you can't do this everywhere. Usually these get torn up pretty bad. Alright, there's a single grackle in Lamar making all its crazy noises. They are few and far between though, this far north. She's not gonna give me a hard time. Alright. Just checking my plates, I guess. So I think peanuts are messing with my heart again. It's been an hour. It's got the odd feeling. I ate a bunch of peanuts from a jar, and the timing is so impeccable. When I eat peanuts and my heart goes crazy, or just acts funny. It more acts funny than goes crazy. It's a peanut issue. So last night the cop was a car length away, stopped, looked like she was recording my plate, and then continued on. This is an RV park over here. The bathroom's even unlocked. I can use that bathroom. There's water available. That's the pay box right in front. But on the sign it says first month free. Of course nobody showed up. That sewage area, that lake off in the distance, is nasty. That's only if the wind blows this way, which it never did. But yeah, you get the first night free, so that's pretty decent. I guess you could say one minor problem is the trains are kind of loud. So they do blare their horn at the intersection. That guy was waiting for the train to cross. I'm very impressed by how the walking sticks are holding off chafing between the legs. I went 4 miles almost today, and then a lot of miles yesterday, and I feel just a little chafing in between the butt cheeks, but not between the legs. And the butt cheeks are okay because you can wad some toilet paper there if it gets too bad, but between the legs I'm helpless. These dogs are crazy. I use Arvist as a reference. I don't like Arvist though. They kicked me out of a parking lot. Forever we've become enemies because of that. Arvist. And they're all over the place. I think they kicked me out in Joplin. North part of Joplin, or maybe it was another city. Thought I had a good parking spot. It was only like 5 p.m. I was like, there was even a sign that said I had to leave before it was nighttime. And the guy comes out at like a little after 5 and says I gotta go. Arvist. You represented Arvist. We are forever enemies, sir. I'm guessing this is the courthouse, and that's a pretty white tree. Lamar, distinguished birthplace of blah blah blah, but his name Lamar before Harry Truman. I'm pretty sure. I should read that. And his house is down this way. I'm gonna go read that sign real quick. Handicap entrance. Alright, seeing this core chips outreach, celebrate recovery, switch student ministries. That's why I like religion is more for like seems like religion is more for alcoholics. Recovery, thanking God for being sober. It's a lot of people who attribute their sobriety to religion, and it seems like that's what it's best suited for, are people who suffer addiction problems that have taken their life in a downward spiral, and then they climb out using a ladder that Jesus threw out to them. But I'm not in any downward spiral, so it's really not as effective for people like me. That is at least until I get sick again. Everybody gets sick at some point. Even Jack LaLanne died of pneumonia. So everybody gets sick. And that's where you find religion. You're like praying for mercy when there's absolutely nothing you can do except just wait it out and hope you survive. I mean, there's little things you could do. Stay hydrated. Maybe take an herb here and there for some relief in some ways, but not for a full recovery. Sickness is the worst. And I guess addiction can mimic sickness in some ways. Coming off of addictions, sickness is the worst, and make you pray for forgiveness. Alright, baby Harry Truman was born at this house. Near the railroad tracks. That would be convenient and probably a popular spot to live in the 50s, 30s, 1884. Jeez, that was a long time ago. And you got the neighbors, little kid bouncing on a trampoline. Visitor service. Wow, this is kind of like George Bush's. George Bush is still alive. All right. He was a judge? Wait a second, is that Harry yeah, he was a judge for 2 years, county? Wow. Yeah, I don't know his history too well. Missouri Department of Natural Resources. All right, they don't have a fence. Is this accurate? They only had a fence to separate neighbors. They used an outhouse. How much money is in the wishing well? Monday through Saturday. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty neat. How much money? Oh, it goes deep. Won't reach that. See, you can't have shallow wells. Or people like me could take the money. Take the money. Okay. But he was only here for like not even a year. So whatever. And then they got a little hangout around here. That's pretty cool. There's a cop at my car. I don't know if they already checked it or what. I don't think they were called because I crossed the tracks. Maybe he saw that. But then he would have come to the bathroom. What the fuck?
Hey, Travis!
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
What's your name?
Awesome.
What's your no, your name is Awesome? No, what's your name?
Hold on. I'm Toby Loose.
Toby Loose? Okay, I got a camera hand.
I gotcha.
And it's COVID too, you know.
I gotcha.
You're checking my plates, huh?
Yeah.
And you confirmed it's me?
Yeah.
Through the plates?
No, actually through your daily roamer thing on the side on YouTube.
Oh, you've been here a while.
No, I just pulled in.
Oh, you checked quick? Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I
did a search for daily roamer on YouTube just to see what was up there.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm leaving.
Oh, you're good.
I just, you see I'm sweating, right? It's
Yeah.
a little hot.
Yeah.
I checked out the Harry Truman house.
Absolutely.
It's pretty neat.
Absolutely.
So, just checking places out.
Oh, well, you're welcome, man.
Yeah, and I saw the sign too. It says you got one night free. So I'll admit, your lady cop last night looked like she wrote down my plates in front of me.
Yeah, and I didn't bother you last
No,
night.
oh, that was you?
Well, she was.
Okay, I was about to say you don't.
I was FTO.
A little longer hair,
I was in the
think.
passenger seat.
Oh, you were there. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And you also have a dog sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I saw that. That is the first I've ever seen. I've been to hundreds of cities. I've never seen an invite for a one night free.
Oh yeah.
That's new
Yeah.
to me. But I mean, every place has got to be unique.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Now,
the
lady who takes care of the Parks and Rec, they just seen your car down here, and I said,
Oh.
yeah, I'll go check on it and see what's
Oh,
up.
were you called?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't just make a patrol visit. Okay.
No, I seen you last night. We were on patrol down
Yeah,
through
that
here.
was that too. But there was also a call today.
Yeah, just a little bit
Okay.
ago.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm leaving and
you're
stuff.
good.
Okay, maybe it looks suspicious because of the shades on the front windows. I do that. It's a little sunny during the daytime. I'll be taking them off, right? But
Yeah, and usually when people stay, they stay over there in the grassy
yeah,
area.
I can get
Yeah.
stuck.
Absolutely.
And do you get many visitors? Do you see
Oh, we'll have a
here and there?
Yeah, we'll have a U-Haul pull in or a
Oh, maybe during
camper.
special events. Maybe you have like a once a year type of. What's your once a year festivity in
Yeah,
Lamar?
we're fair.
You have a Lamar fair
Huge
once a year coming up, I suppose.
It'd be in August.
Oh, in the fall. Okay, all right. Yeah, no Harry Truman days or.
Oh, we have those throughout too.
Okay.
People come in, they'll pull a camper down there.
Yeah.
No big deal. We usually don't have a whole lot of traffic, and we've been the teenagers.
No, you don't.
if you drive through the park, you can see the tire spin outs and everything. So our teenagers,
yeah.
we keep a pretty good close eye on the park so it doesn't get tore up. So
You-
people like you can come enjoy it.
You guys rule with an iron fist here, huh?
Oh, no.
Police city?
No.
No? Okay, it seems pretty relaxed. You guys would have actually, in other cities, you would have actually stopped and talked to me. You would have probably
yeah?
demanded my ID.
Last night.
Last night, yeah,
Yeah.
the first night, because there's cities I've been to where there's just, within hours, especially when somebody calls,
Yeah.
and this was a city worker that called,
Yeah.
you guys got to demand my ID.
I'm not asking for your ID, man.
No, you're not.
I know what you're down here for.
And, I forgot your name already.
Toby Loose.
Toby, okay. Loose, Luce?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, yeah. I just, you saw me last night. I plan to go to the Walmart tonight and then head north. It's just a little warm even in this weather. I'd like to exercise in cooler weather.
You betcha.
And I'm really getting into these. I recommend.
Hey, those are cool.
I recommend walking sticks, one for each hand. You get a
I got
great.
a set of ski poles that I take when I go hiking.
Okay, that could be a little flimsy possibly.
Yeah.
You might want something you can really drive your tricep. You work your tricep when you're moving. I think I might have freaked a few. You might get some calls. I might have freaked a few people out with my fast movement. It's just people are like, some guy was like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
No,
Hey.
actually, I was getting ready to leave. I tried knocking on the window and didn't get any response. And I was like,
Okay.
well, I'll check back later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to say
Okay.
hi.
Yeah, you're doing a community caretaking function. Make sure I wasn't strung out on drugs or whatever. And that's really not a big problem around
Oh, we've got our
here and
drugs.
there. Okay,
We've
all
got our
right.
drugs. Like
Yeah.
I said, I was just following up
But-
on her with our caretaker that called.
Yeah, and they don't sleep on the property. It's just not busy enough anyway. There's some that'll actually sleep right on the property, but those are places that get a little bit more activity.
Yeah, no, they just got an office down there. We used to have the house in the middle. They
Yeah.
used to stay here, but
Okay.
they just use
Oh,
it as an
yeah.
office now.
Okay.
But
Oh, they
Yep.
sleep. They were sleeping in the park
They used
at
to.
one time.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, they're still doing that in other cities. You know, they right on the property. So, all right. What's
Okey-doke. Well, you have a good trip.
all right? Oh man, loose.
Loose.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
what's your dog's specialty? Is it drugs or is it
All the
bombs?
above. I've got tracking
Oh.
dog. I've actually got two in there.
Two.
I've got a male and a female.
Oh, I
but,
never heard. I never. Okay.
Yeah, I haul two. I got one that's getting ready to retire.
Oh, it's
So,
okay.
So I'm
All
starting
right.
a new one.
Yeah.
She's doing good, but she does. I mean, they work for drugs.
Okay. Yeah.
And they do tracking. We found missing people and that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Okay. Well, thanks. Yeah. Thanks for
Hey, not a problem.
being reasonable on your checkup.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Welcome to
all
Lamar.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's so common that the grass looks better further down, but then when I get up to it, it's not great because I got to pick in between all them dry old grasses from last year. I just want to be able to pick handfuls of the new grass. I guess it's not too bad around here, but for some reason it looks better further way down. So I'm not too particularly fond of filling this up completely and boiling just grass, but I only have this one pot out. So if I top it off completely, I could take half out and put it in the other teapot and then put the Timothy grass on top for a little extra flavor, plus also other various herbs. Looks like the deer like the grass out here. Right, Lamar, Missouri's got a couple of things unique about it. Like they got a slogan for their water tower, and I have to confirm the tap water is good. There is no denying that, but I mean it doesn't take a lot of effort by the water department because it's a wet area, nice and green and wet. So nearby the water tower, somebody threw out a couple of plates. This one's in good shape. I've never really carried a plate before. I'll carry this and see. I could kind of use a plate, but I've never really felt a dire need for one. So yeah. One of the awesome things about using these cut sticks is I don't have any rubber tips on them, so I don't have to worry about losing them in mud when they sink so deep. No problem, but I have to limit their use to more rural countryside. So it looks like the city intended to put 4 baseball parks here, and only got as far as the back fence, and then gave up on the project. There's no sign of an old field or anything. They just put the backdrop thing and that's it. Plus plumbing. They also got plumbing out here, which is cut off. And there's deer trails through here. There's another baseball field over there, but that's big enough, I guess. They just got a little ahead of themselves, I guess, with this section. I'm gonna get messed with by the cops. Oh man. Well, I guess I might as well just stand out here, just so I'm not looking like I'm trying to escape quickly or anything. Oh, Jesus. What the hell? Is there? Good. I was about to take off. What's the deal?
Well, I'm Officer Stroh.
Stroh?
With the Nevada Police Department. Yeah,
how
are you?
With the what police department?
Nevada, Missouri.
Oh, Nevada. Okay, and then you're Stroh, S-T-R-O?
O-P-E. Stroh.
Strope. Okay, Snope, Strope.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, park's closed.
Okay, I'll leave. Yeah,
Um,
I know it got a little dark and I was just exercising a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's too dark to exercise, so
Well,
that's why I'm out. It's just...
I also come by. One of the other employees thought maybe you had spent the night out here last night.
Last night? No, you could talk to what's that city just south of here? Let me think.
Lamar?
Yeah. The cop actually at the RV park there. He could vouch for me that I was there last night.
Okay.
So if you want to talk to, do you coordinate with city between city and city?
We do a little bit. I was just making sure you didn't need any help.
No, I don't need any help, and I'm leaving. And I didn't spend the night here last night, and I'm not going to spend the night here tonight because I'm pretty sure you got a curfew, right?
Yep. Park's closed at dark here.
Is it dark? Oh, okay. A lot of places like 10 p.m. So
yeah,
the times change because when the earth turns,
right.
it's illegal, and it's varied between parks.
Sure.
And
most of our parks in town close at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Oh, they do, but not here.
Not here. This one closes at dark.
Okay. All right. I can see you have a goatee now. It's hard to see with the
Yeah.
lights. All right.
Well, coming through here, it's pretty dark, so I light it up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you gotta check out everything. You see any wild animals around, or
just deer every now and then?
Okay. See, that's something I like to look for, but it sucks that we got these curfews for that. But I wasn't planning on sticking around for the wildlife, but it's nice to see what comes out at night.
Sure.
So yeah, I'll oh, you got a call there?
31.
My car works. I'm fine. I was pacing and exercising a little bit.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go down through and make a loop, but I need you to kind of get going.
Oh, you want to watch me make sure, because you don't want to come back here for the rest of the night, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, I wouldn't want to sneak back here after you leave or anything.
Right, I understand. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'll take off.
All right, thank you.
Alright, we'll see what happens. Where's my phone? Okay, I'm going to stop this and go to the... I didn't sleep too good in the Walmart parking lot, and I think it's something to do with this 3M. They're putting out some kind of a steam. I did not have a good sleep. It's really odd. It's kind of rare that's happened. So I'm suspecting 3M, but maybe it could be something else. I'm not quite sure yet. All right, I'm going to the library. It's a 2-mile walk downtown from the Walmart, from the 3M. I take as many shortcuts as I can, but there's not too many. The Google Maps said 43-minute walk, but with walking sticks, I think I can cut 10 minutes off of that. It's about as much of a shortcut as I can get. The library is supposed to be on Main. They got some Amish around here. I wonder if they stick walk too. You think it would make sense for them? They might be stopping at the library. They came from over that direction. Whoops. Right, there's this bushwhacker museum that's closed. That's next to the library. Probably closed for COVID. But they have other things down the capstone. What did they cap? Oh, here we go. Alright, I'll look at it later. Nice little pump there for it directly goes to the wash. But this is all in a bushwhacker jail. Looks pretty old. I wonder if I can you see anything? I can't. Since it's all closed by appointment only. Jail tours, yeah, it's all part of the appointment schedule. Yeah, okay. Jail. Somebody live here? They could get away with it now with the COVID. There's a lot of things they can get away with COVID now. Alright. No signs of escape that I can detect, at least. They'd have to scratch their way through the sandstone. Alright, heading back. It says impassable during water. So going on the bridge underneath the bridge is impassable. 1925. Impassable during high water, and it's crumbling a little bit. Alright, I found my first slippery elm. Just kind of picked it from the sidewalk. It went straight to leaf instead of straight to seed because it's a smaller one. See, this is not slippery elm, but I picked it. It's got a slimy inner bark. I'll just separate I put it in my pocket. But yeah, it's growing as far south as here then. Huh? All right, I'm in a park. Well, a park I was thinking about possibly parking for the day, moving away from the Walmart for the day, possibly shipping point, huh? All right, behind the Elks Club, they're growing some kind of a beet. They plowed it on purpose, and there's various beet pieces of root that they cut up. I think the green is supposed to be edible. I believe the green is edible, so I could probably add some to the teapot. This lake seems man-made to me. Next to the jail, through the trees. Horse hooves and track marks. This is an Amish shortcut from the park. Goes past the jail, and Walmart's this way. I wonder if they're taking this like shortcut for Walmart. I think this might be an apple tree. Apple flowers, looks like apple leaves, apple wood. There's this burning smell that comes out of the 3M plant. I think that's what made it difficult to sleep last night. It's so strange. It's a mild burn smell, but it's a little obnoxious to breathe in, to smell. It's like melting a steel, burning of steel. Alright, I'm gonna try to survive one more night in this Walmart parking lot. There's a serious metal burning smell, and I hope it doesn't affect me too bad. Farmers seriously have to be more limited when they want to grow plants, crops next to the Walmart. Corn you can probably get away with and avoid plastic getting into the food, but any low-lying type of vegetation is going to be mixed with the plastic bags that blow into this field. So walking across this field, I've been smelling this 3M plant the whole time. That burning metal, it's really bad. I can't stand it. I really am tempted to just leave. Just go to another city. It sucks that I got kicked out of that park. I think I would have been really interested in staying the night there last night. That way I wouldn't suffer 2 nights sleeping next to a 3M. The city would rather have people sleeping next to the 3M plant than in a park. They'd rather expose people to the pollution, have them sleep next to trains and factories rather than an open park. That's the city's sadistic ways. There was an open gate. I took 3 steps in, and then I see this truck. It's like maybe wetting the track, and I turned right around. I did not want to encounter them. That's why the gate was open. So they got this racetrack not far from the 3M, and they're really not too keen on security. Oh, look at this. Just walk right on in. But there's some guy doing some work on this track with a truck. Yeah, it's open over here too, so I guess it's not that big of a deal for people to walk on and check it out, even when there's no races going on. So yeah, you got this guy doing some watering. Whoop. Wetting down a track on a Tuesday. You got some real rules here. No foul language. They don't even want you swearing, even if it's a real loud. They're usually pretty loud, so I don't see why that's a problem. Okay, not far from Walmart. I made those comments in the farmland about littering. Looks like they're taking a strong stance against all those plastic bags in the field by posting a sign. It looks kind of new. I would have thought that farmers would be a little frustrated about working next to a Walmart and a 3M that makes people money so they can be wasteful at the Walmart, who don't question the origins of manufacturing with natural resources and the usage. They just think if it's at the store, it just magically appears. It'll make its way deeper into the field. That kid is cool. We've got a littering problem in the field. And do you think this insurance company and whatever business reached out to the apartment complex? Nope. Because they don't want you dumping. So it ends up in the field instead. A much better choice. And they're trying to sell this. 50 acres will divide. Zoned commercial. No littering. They posted a no littering sign on this for sale sign. I'm guessing the 50 acres includes this farm property. Farmer probably has to give up on because they're harvesting a higher percentage of plastic than they should, than they're allowed. Alright, there's a small film of dust, I think, that normally would not be on my car like this over the course of a day that has accumulated, and I think it's from that 3M plant. I think that's what I'm smelling. It's a fine it's a very fine dust that goes deep into the lungs. Alright, I'm on the other side of the Walmart parking lot, so I should have some relief, but I probably lose out on internet. So even on this other side of the Walmart parking lot, I feel very ill. I'm feeling more and more ill. I'm getting worse. Alright, I just opened up the door to smell the air, and it's really bad. It smells like pollution. That's probably coming from the factory. I gotta like get out of here. Alright, I moved. I don't know if I can zoom in. I moved to woods. The air feels better. I think I'm gonna clear up. I feel slightly better. I was really getting sick in that Walmart parking lot. There's not many. That's like almost like one of the first Walmarts. I think I've been into maybe one or two others where the Walmart parking lot, there was just so much pollution. There's a truck parking lot, and then that huge 3M factory just ejecting all kinds of nastiness into the air, and I couldn't handle it anymore. I don't know how people handle it. Sometimes you just have to surrender when the pollution is too bad. You just gotta say, that's it, I'm done. I have no internet at this woods. They got padlock on the internet. I'm not gonna ask for the password locked. I can live without the internet. That's kind of what cut me out the Walmart, was that sweet internet. I could just sit in the parking lot, but I was getting sicker and sicker. I'm feeling better and better. I'm giddy because I'm feeling better. It was so bad. Just in the course of a day, just sitting in there. Pollution from both the semi trucks and factory. Do I have a neighbor? Alright. Where would you like to eat? I'm gonna wear my walking poles down to nubs. Well, I would if I wasn't replacing the rubber tips, at least. The neighborhood looks quite nice. Mostly, the majority of the neighborhood looks quite nice around Cody College. It's just pretty much the city is pretty nice, but that 3M pollution is awful. You get far enough away, it's not too bad though. The local tap water, since at least Lamar has a burnt taste to it, some kind of odd burnt taste. Other than the burnt taste, it seems mostly good. Doesn't feel like it's killing me or anything. Such a nice looking building from the front and the side mostly, but their window fell out. Fell in and fell out. Not far from the McDonald's. I don't believe I could. Oh, the sheriff. Maybe this is an old jail? It says sheriff right here. Really? There's a phone there? Wow. Lots of, oh my god, it's like a half a foot pile of pigeon poop. Sea wire, so they must have had, this must be likely an old jail, yeah, county jail. This is a county jail? Looked like it was something even before that. There's a threat of people going over the roof. I've never seen such a nice building like this, all beat up and falling apart. And it's still getting electricity, or at least they haven't taken down the meter yet. What can be seen in there? I mean, it doesn't really look like it would have started out as a jail. Yeah, a bank? Maybe it went from jail to bank? They're not doing anything with it now. So what was it before? It's really hard to tell. Doesn't seem like much of a bank. That'd only be for offices, maybe. It even says sheriff's office in 2 different spots. Only that sign that was stamped down is what says U.S. Bank. Like, it used to be a sheriff's office, and now, and then the bank just bought it. That is strange. These houses look kind of nice. I'm just gonna close up on this. I hope they don't yell at me. All right, we got a health passport here. So it's official, and it's for some weird name from another country. Looks like they're good for a lot of, you really can't do a passport for flu. Yellow fever. Oh, they got it in French. The health passport. Vaccine valid for 10 years. They got none. They got none. No immunization for rabies, hepatitis, malaria. So this needs to be updated for COVID. I'm sure they got it already ready to go. Health problems, none. And they stapled it. Zimbabwe? Huh. This guy, oh man, my camera took a long time. Alright, so as I approach this tree, I'm like, oh, they're gonna name it. Instead, it's like a memorial tree, and they got it for like, I don't know, maybe 100 people. Little sayings. People who have died a long time ago. 91. So this is a first for me, where the trees and a sign serve as the graveyard. Alright, these chair tips are in bad shape. At least one of them really got bad. It's so frustrating. So I've been scraping away at the wood, trying not to, just focusing on grass. But they were put on at the same time. Very uneven wear. This flexed down or something, stretched. So it looks like I'm gonna need to buy several chair tips. They're not cheap. They're over, like, I think the big ones are over $1 each. But I mean, I don't want to wear away at the wood. Alright, I ripped the back of the jacket, sewed it with the Speedy Stitcher, But here's the reason why this is a $150 jacket from North Face. Is I ripped the outer shell, but the insulation has its own like layer. The insulation didn't start pouring out after the outer layer ripped. There's also another layer inside for the insulation, so it all held together pretty good. That's why this jacket's a little more expensive, because I've had another jacket in the past, many years ago, like 2000, where as soon as a rip came to the outer shell, the insulation started coming out. Alright, I want to point this out. I find it very interesting. Next to the feed mill, alright, Walmart's, I don't even see it. Well, it's that way across the field. You see, it's all field. And then we're on the edge. Somebody made a little homeless encampment. So you could see they put up this protection here, this camouflaged tarp. It's camouflaged tarp. It looks old. It's all ripped. And they piled up sticks so that they can make the campfire in a camouflaged area, and they're using like what, an old silo for a roof. And they put a little tarp over the end. It's very dirty. I don't know how much of it can be seen. But they got a few things they left behind, like a nice butcher knife. I could kind of use a butcher knife, something to grill with, of course. And we got scissors. Oh, well, I already got two, but I could go for another pair, throw away an old pair that's falling apart. A C cable, not even taken out. Underwear. It looks like a little guy. It's large, guy smaller than me. And you know, this is, oh, pickles, spoon. Okay, little guy taking up a little spot. C cable. I really don't need any more. This would be interesting. Scissors. I can't use any of this. But that's what he's got out here. I'm just wandering through. And then also, like a lot of homeless a good homeless strategy, you separate things, but they're not too separated. But why is this over here getting rained on? Some kind of a cushion thing. There might be more stuff further in, near the tracks, near the train tracks. So he might have taken off. This is the person's temporary spot next to the train tracks. You can find a little shelter here from some kind of broken old steel silo of some kind laying out here.